poor little girl who sold small items was standing on the street when a rich woman bought a packet of biscuits from her. While putting the change into her bag, the woman accidentally dropped some money on the ground and walked away without noticing. The little girl called out, "Madam, wait, you dropped your money." But the woman did not hear her and kept walking. The little girl left her basket of goods on the street and ran after the woman to return her money. She followed her all the way to her house. As the girl was chasing the woman, she accidentally bumped into another lady. That lady quickly picked up the little girl's basket of goods and put everything into her own bag before walking away. The poor girl finally reached the rich woman's house and knocked on the door. A maid came outside and asked harshly, "What do you want with Madam?" The girl replied, "Madam dropped her money. I came to return it." The maid said, "Give me the money. I'll give it to her." She snatched the money from the girl and went inside. Meanwhile, the madam had heard everything but pretended as if she had not. Afterwards, the madam asked her maid who was at the door. The maid lied, "It was just a beggar girl. I drove her away." The madam silently went back to her room. The little girl, on the other hand, remembered that she had left her basket of goods outside. She ran back and found her box, but it was empty. Everything had been stolen. She sat down and started crying in despair. At that moment, the rich woman whose money had fallen came by and saw her. She asked, "My child, why are you crying?" The little girl told her the truth. "I came to return your money, but while I was away, my things were stolen." The woman comforted her and said, "The weather looks bad. Don't worry. I'll get your things back for you. Come with me." Meanwhile, inside the house, the maid counted the money, then hid it in a cupboard. She also opened the madam's wardrobe and found gold bangles and a chain. She secretly put them into her pocket and called someone on the phone saying, "I've stolen jewelry from my madame's room as well." A little later, the madame took the poor girl with her to a restaurant, fed her, and gently asked about everything. The girl narrated the entire story and said, "I gave your money to your maid." The madam replied, "She never gave me any money." Then she said, "Let's set up a plan." The madam handed the girl some extra money and said, "Go and give this to the maid as well. Tell her, these are the rest of the money madam dropped earlier. Please, give all of it to madam." The madam secretly observed everything from a distance. The little girl went back and gave the money to the maid as instructed. Then she returned to the madam and said, "I did exactly what you asked." Sometime later, the maid tried to leave the house with a bag. Inside, she had stuffed the stolen jewelry and cash. But just as she was leaving, the madam and the little girl appeared before her. Seeing them together, the maid froze in fear. The madam confronted her. "I know everything. You stole the money, and you have been stealing from my house as well. I set this whole plan up to catch you." The madam checked her bag and found the cash, gold chains, bangles, and a watch. She scolded her, "Shame on you. If you needed money, you could have asked me. Why steal? If I had refused, then maybe. But you didn't even ask." The maid, terrified and crying, begged, "Please don't hand me over to the police." The madam immediately fired her and pushed her out of the house. "Leave now, and never come back to my house again." Then the madam, deeply touched by the little girl's honesty, gave her all the money as a reward. She also took her to a shop and bought a wheelchair for her mother. Finally, the madam dropped the girl and the wheelchair at her home. The girl told her mother everything truthfully, how she returned the money, how her things got stolen, and how the madam rewarded her with money and a wheelchair. Her mother, with tears in her eyes, prayed from her heart for the rich woman. May God bless her for what she has done for us poor people. The mother and daughter were overjoyed.